welcome back to Making Frugal Fun. I'm Shannon and I share our family's debt-free journey to pay off over $500,000 of debt. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss anything. Today I'm sharing 6 extremely easy summer chicken crock pot ideas with you. These are recipes that you can do the majority of the meal prep in advance, or even create freezer packs and throw it in the crock pot and be done. Perfect for summer. As we know, summer can be just as busy as the school year with activities, and you're just hot and tired, or you're swimming all day and you don't feel like standing over a hot stove. These recipes are also perfect if you have a bunch of leftover shredded chicken, or if you just want to forget the crock pot completely and grab a rotisserie chicken from Costco or your local grocery store and shred the chicken. You can use that to add to any of these recipes. So they are very easy to throw together in a pinch. And I'll tell you a few different ways you can make them even easier. What I did for the purposes of this video was I created a big batch, about 6 pounds of shredded chicken in the crock pot. I added 2 cans of the 16-ounce cans of chicken breast, as well as 6 pounds of chicken breast into the crock pot, and I cooked that for 8 hours on low throughout the day, and then I took 2 forks and shredded the chicken up. So I didn't add any other seasonings or anything to it yet. I'm gonna show you how I split all this up to make 6 different recipes. 4 of the recipes are like a Tex-Mex style recipes, and so I'm gonna be seasoning the majority of the meat with some taco seasoning and things like that. So technically, if you knew you were going to be making these Tex-Mex style recipes ahead of time, you could put the taco seasoning in the crock pot. But I'm also going to be making some buffalo sliders and some barbecue chicken sandwiches, so I just wanted to batch cook all the shredded chicken and then separate it out to make these individual meals. So these are all very summer friendly, easy to make a lot for a crowd. They'd be perfect backyard meals for this time of year, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna make is buffalo chicken sliders. So this is a little spicy and something that would be really fun for like a football game or a party, or just any backyard barbecue gathering, or a simple weeknight meal. Now it's gonna be a little spicy, obviously, so if you have family members that don't like a lot of spicy food, then you might want to skip this one, or at least tone down the buffalo sauce. But I'm gonna give you a less spicy alternative in just a minute. So the first thing I'm doing is just measuring out about a pound of chicken. I love our measuring scale. It really helps me a lot with meal prep. And it saves money when you measure things out a little bit better. So I'm gonna put a packet of ranch seasoning. You can also make your own. I have a recipe to DIY your ranch seasoning from scratch, and I'll link that in the description below. You could also, if you knew you were making this recipe, you could put this in the crock pot instead of putting it on now afterwards. It would make it a little bit easier to mix if it was already in with the crock pot, but this way is easy if you want to do this batch cooking method. Then we're gonna throw in some cream cheese. I tried to soften it a little bit. This is 8 ounces of cream cheese here. I'm a self-taught home cook person. I never thought I would be blogging and making YouTube recipes about food, but as we got on our debt-free journey and I decided I wanted to cook at home more, I've grown to actually enjoy cooking and trying new things. So if you're watching this and you're like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen because you're a trained chef, I'm sorry. I'm just doing my best to come up with some easy recipes that don't take much work, that are fun and different, especially with summer coming up. Okay, so now we're gonna add in the sour cream. This is 1 cup. So we're gonna put this on Hawaiian rolls to have like as sliders. You could also use this as a dip. I have a link to 32 different summer crockpot recipes and the recipes that inspired these recipes as well. I'm gonna link all that stuff below. And then we're also gonna add some cheddar cheese. and a cup of your favorite hot sauce. So I'm gonna do just like a half a cup because I already know that super spicy is gonna be scary for me. Also, this one's a little rough if you don't eat dairy. I try to not eat dairy because it does upset my stomach, but I also don't shy away from it if like a recipe sounds really good or if I find like an amazing ice cream or something. So we're getting this all nice and stirred together. And then that's it. So I got the 24 rolls of sliders, and my plan was to make half and half buffalo chicken sliders, and then the other half will be barbecue. And we love this honey sweet barbecue from Kroger. It's not very spicy at all. We use it for pulled pork tacos and just as our regular barbecue sauce for whatever, and it's really good. So my plan was to make half spicy, half mild. I'm gonna set this aside. I'm gonna use this ginormous bowl because it's the only one I have. And again, I'm gonna measure out about a pound of the shredded chicken, and we're gonna use this for barbecue chicken. Now, I was planning on using it for sandwiches or sliders, but you can also make like barbecue chicken tacos or put it on chips for nachos. Just having a big batch of shredded chicken ready to go is a really easy meal prep idea because there's so many different meals that you can make with it. I'm just giving you a few examples, but there's totally a lot. So don't throw out your leftover shredded chicken. So literally for this recipe, you're gonna just add in your favorite barbecue sauce to your taste, and you can put some salt or whatever. That's the limit to my culinary expertise. I mean, it's probably gonna end up being like a cup, I would say, of barbecue sauce. This is the same barbecue sauce we use for our pulled pork tacos too. Just mix this around in here, just till you coat all of the chicken. You can make so many different meals with these. I have a couple recipes on my blog for turkey and cheese sliders. That's a family favorite meal, and it takes like 20 minutes. And you can also make leftover turkey and cranberry sliders like after Thanksgiving. Super easy to create like a 20-minute meal with these. And definitely fun for like a backyard barbecue or get together. So you simply just need like a baking sheet. Let me spray it. Just need a baking sheet and your sliders. I'm gonna make half spicy buffalo and the other half will be barbecue chicken sliders. So I'm just gonna slice the sliders in half, maybe. Again, don't make fun of any of my culinary skills, like my cutting or anything like that, because I can't be held accountable. So you're gonna cut them, not as bad as I did. And this is gonna be the buffalo side, so. The ranch seasoning is what makes it so good, I think, personally. Just slather ranch on everything and you'll be fine. Okay, then we're gonna pop this on here. And then I'm gonna turn it around so you can see. And we're gonna try slicing this bread again. I probably need a sharper knife, to be honest, because I haven't bought new knives in like, I have bought a new knife set since our wedding 10 years ago, but I can't remember when that was, and it was a while ago. And I also know nothing about like sharpening or care for knives, so I probably haven't done what I'm supposed to do with this one. Why is it so hard to cut bread? If I wasn't filming this, it would be much better. But since I'm filming it, it looks like this. Okay, so, oh gosh. Now we're gonna put our chicken, our barbecue chicken over here. These are all chicken meals, but we're gonna put our barbecue chicken over here. So I'm actually gonna store these in the freezer, let them thaw, and heat them up over the weekend. So if you wanna prep this ahead, you can obviously freeze the sandwiches as they are, let them thaw overnight, and then pop them in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes on 350. You could also just put the meat in freezer bags and freeze that for up to 3 months in a Ziploc freezer bag, and then let it thaw overnight, heat up the meat, and then put them on your sandwiches, and you've got lunch, dinner, backyard barbecue food anytime. Now with the remaining chicken, I'm going to just heat it up in the skillet a little bit and add some taco seasoning. So like I was saying, if you knew you were gonna use all the meat for one thing, you could season it in the crock pot already. But since I knew I was gonna divide it and make a few different recipes, I just made it plain. You could just cook it with the taco seasoning in it. So I'm gonna add it to the skillet here with about 2/3 cup of water. Just like the package instructions say for making tacos with ground beef. And add the taco seasoning, stir it in. Then we're going to add this meat to enchiladas, chicken tacos, burrito bowls, and also nachos. That's 4 different easy summer weeknight meals that you can make with this shredded taco seasoned chicken. Kroger generic taco seasoning. We don't use anything fancy when we're cooking. Sometimes, but not really. Not really ever. I'm gonna add a little bit of water, not too much. Some other things you can use shredded chicken for are just topping off salads and let the dressing kind of season it and give it some taste. You can also add it to soups, like chicken noodle soup, chicken tortilla soup, and different things like that. So if you have leftover shredded chicken, you are set for quite a few recipes, and most of the stuff you probably have in your freezer, fridge, or pantry that I'm using today. So no complicated ingredients, just really easy things to get dinner on the table. So once you have this taco seasoned chicken, you can make a million different recipes. So some of our favorite things to make are just white corn tortilla tacos. We usually use ground beef, but you can obviously use chicken. So you can just obviously heat these up, put a little bit of taco meat on, and then you add all your favorite toppings: sour cream, avocado, salsa, whatever you would like. You could also make chicken burritos or enchiladas. So just use a large flour tortilla. Put some chicken in, add enchilada sauce, cheese, sour cream, whatever you like to put on your enchiladas or your burritos. Roll them up. Making enchiladas, you can put these in a baking dish, smother it in cheese or sauce, and put them in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes to get it nice and melty. And as simple as that, you have another easy weeknight meal from your shredded chicken. One of our absolute favorite things to make are burrito bowls, like Chipotle style. Throw the chicken in with black beans, lettuce, avocado, cheese. It's a family favorite. It's easy because it's customizable to each family member. Like if you have picky eaters, they can just put cheese on it and the chicken if they want. Or if you're more adventurous, you can add onions and salsa and different things like that. So that is a super easy weeknight meal to throw together that we eat often. And then another thing you can make that's really fun and easy, especially for the summertime, is some chicken nachos. So whatever your favorite tortilla chips are. Also, this tray's from Big Lots and it's super cute. It's melamine, so it's like non-breakable. But anyways, just thought I'd throw that in there. So just throw some chips out on a pretty platter. And then you can add your chicken on top. This is looking a lot like lunch right now. And then you can add salsa, cheese, black olives, avocado, guacamole, whatever your heart desires. or put it on the side if you have like little kids that won't eat all that stuff. This has definitely been so much fun sharing these easy recipe ideas with you guys. I realize I'm no Food Network star, but I do think it's really fun to try to come up with easy ideas that make our life easier and encourage us to try cooking at home and eat at home so that we can save money, pay off debt, reach family financial goals. I hope this gave you some really fun, easy summer crock pot meal ideas, some ideas for leftover shredded chicken, some quick, easy weeknight dinners when you're super busy and tired from being at the pool all day and you don't feel like cooking a ton. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below what you want to see next. I'll also link some other summer crock pot meal ideas in the description below. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you guys in the next one.